afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Live at 4 on this Friday Eve. Start thinking up your pet questions.
Yes, that's right. Later this hour, we'll be taking your calls live for Carrie Donahue, veterinarian Carrie Donahue from Full Circle Holistic Veterinary Care.
We'll let you know when to call in. But first, topping the news today, well, our headlines, a shooting involving state and local police led to at least one injury and a lot of unanswered questions in Madison. We'll tell you what we know at this hour.
The subvariant of Omicron is in Wisconsin, but state health leaders are feeling cautiously optimistic about the direction cases are trending. And a bomb threat at a local charter school canceled classes this morning. We'll tell you who the school says was responsible and why police think why it happened. It's all coming up, but first, take a look outside. There's a camp for you. That's a good idea, making use of the old Christmas trees.
Absolutely. Another frigid night. You're going to need to huddle in. Austin's in the backyard with a look at the forecast and below zero again.
Oh, that's exactly right, especially for later on tonight. Outside right now, it does actually feel like it's below zero. Current air temperature at 13, but then you factor in that breeze, which is also at 13 miles per hour, and it makes it feel like it's below zero for a lot of us. So quite a cold afternoon, especially compared to what we saw a little bit earlier on in the week. But this Doppler track showing the scope of this massive storm that continues to race off to the east. Again, not going to affect us, but what that's doing right now is producing quite a bit of some snowfall, quite a bit of some rainfall, a tornado watch far down to our south, and even quite a bit of some ice as well. So thankfully not affecting us. We actually have some clearing skies right now. Lots of blue overhead, and it looks quite nice outside, but it doesn't feel quite nice. Only 13 degrees here in Madison, 10 right now in Wisconsin Dells, 16 in Janesville. So the temperatures in the teens here for most of us. Later on tonight, we're going to drop back down below zero. We have a low expected of about 4 below zero. Bitterly cold conditions. Wind chills are going to drop down to around 10 to 20 degrees below zero here to start out our Friday morning. So it is going to be a cold start to our Friday, but then we're going to start to see some more mild conditions returning. How high will the temperatures go for this weekend coming up? I'll have an update on that and a look at your extended forecast coming up in a bit.
All right, Austin, thank you. The Dane County Sheriff's Office is investigating an officer-involved shooting that injured a suspect.
It happened while Madison police and state DCI agents were trying to arrest someone on the city's far east side around 8:20 this morning. The agents were near East Park Boulevard and American Parkway at the time. During the attempted arrest, shots were fired and a suspect was hurt. The release did not say who fired the shots, nor if the suspect was injured by a bullet or in some other way. They were taken to the hospital, but should be okay. Madison police confirmed none of their officers fired any shots. Messages asking the sheriff's office for clarity have not been returned.
Monona police have taken a parent into protective custody following a bomb threat directed at one city charter school. Monona Police Chief Brian Cheney Austin said officers responded to the school after the threat was made around 7 o'clock this morning. They were alerted to the threat via Snapchat. Austin said police identified the person of interest and later took them into protective custody. He added that authorities are considering the incident a mental health situation.
School staff, you can tell they've prepared for this. Obviously, law enforcement, we've prepared for this. And, you know, every case is going to be different. As I mentioned, we treat these matters very seriously. But, you know, we understand that mental health is something serious that we need to address.
Police say they are connecting the person with mental health professionals. All students were reunited with their parents or guardians. The school canceled classes for the remainder of the day. There are fewer than 5 cases of the new Omicron subvariant in Wisconsin that we know of.
But while that could change soon, state health leaders don't want you to worry too much. Naomi Coles explains why not. Naomi?
The new subvariant is very similar to the original Omicron variant and behaves about the same when it infects someone, meaning most cases will still be mild. While it does transmit a bit faster than the original, scientists say vaccinated and boosted people still have about the same protection against the new variant as against Omicron. Now, the state's top doctor says both variants will continue to spread, but he thinks our current overall declining cases will continue.
Our expectation or our hope is that we see more of the same, which is a declining day by day, week by week from this really extraordinarily high peak that we saw from Omicron. Whether the new variation, if it takes hold, will cause that decline to occur more slowly is something that's been theorized, but we won't know until we observe it.
Essentially, as long as there are still people susceptible to it because they're not vaccinated or don't have natural immunity, it will continue to spread. But at some point, he also says we may treat the virus more like an endemic. What that means for us and protections like masking tonight at 5 o'clock.
We'll see you then, Naomi. Thank you. As we could see COVID numbers start to creep back down, some experts are asking, when is the right time for our kids to stop masking in school?
A number of op-eds in national news outlets are popping up this week asking the same question. News 3 Now this morning talked to UW professor A.J. Thetti on the topic, and here's his take.
You know, after every wave, there are calls for removing those mandates. I would say that, you know, masks aren't going to be useful if they're not being worn properly. So not having a mandate, you know, has a lot of merit to it if they're not being used. On the other hand, it makes sense to wear a mask to block transmission. It does work when kids wear it properly, but young kids have a hard time doing that. And then there's effects of mask use in general. So I appreciate the argument. It's very difficult to know what to exactly do.
The CDC recommends universal masking for kids ages 2 and up, but the World Health Organization does not. For kids under 6, it recommends against masking because the age group is at low risk for illness and oftentimes kids don't wear the masks properly. You can hear the full conversation with Dr. Thetti on channel3000.com.
A pretrial hearing was held today for 2 Mineral Point women charged with party to first-degree homicide in the death of a 13-year-old who was in their care. Alexis Berry and her mother Lori Berry were caring for Sheila Caden when the girl died in 2018. The girl's parents, who live in North Carolina, sent her to live in Mineral Point with the Berrys after the girl had behavioral problems. The Cadens and Berrys had previously become close when the 2 families lived in Madison. The Berrys trial is expected to start on April 28th. 2 people are shot to death on La Crosse's north side. La Crosse police say they were called to the 1000 block of Charles Street around 7 o'clock last night. Officers found 2 people and a dog dead in the home. Based on the initial investigation, the victims died from gunshot wounds. Police say there is no threat to the public and the investigation is ongoing.
President Biden says the leader of the Islamic State blew himself up during an overnight raid by U.S. Special Operations Forces in Syria.
About 50 troops took part in the operation.
Deborah Alfarone has the details from the White House.
This is what remains after an explosion at a home in Syria near the Turkish border that killed ISIS leader Abu Ibrahim al-Hashimi al-Qurashi, also known as Haji Abdullah.
He chose to blow himself up, not just to the vest, but to blow up that 3rd floor, rather than face justice for the crimes he has committed, taking several members of his family with him.
U.S. Special Forces had moved in 2 hours before, landing helicopters and exchanging fire with gunmen. This man says, "We went out and saw planes above us. 10 minutes later, we heard screams, 'Surrender, the house is surrounded.'" The Pentagon says 7 people were killed, including 3 children. After the operation, one of the U.S. helicopters developed a mechanical problem and was destroyed away from the target site.
It was a drivetrain issue that rendered that helicopter unusable for the rest of the operation. So obviously it was destroyed, but the crew are safe and sound.
The Pentagon says forces were able to evacuate 10 people from the building, including 8 children. U.S. officials will now try to determine if American action caused civilian deaths. President Biden and members of his national security team watched a live feed of the operation from the White House Situation Room.
Last night's operation took a major terrorist leader off the battlefield, and it sent a strong message to terrorists around the world. We will come after you and find you.
The Pentagon says the special forces conducted dozens of rehearsals before the operation to ensure its success. Deborah Alfarone, CBS News, the White House.
President Biden unveiled more steps to crack down on illegal guns that are flooding the East Coast. He brought the plan to New York City, where the mayor is facing a deadly crime wave. This week, the NYPD mourned another young officer, one of two shot in the line of duty in Harlem. President Biden's visit comes amid deepening national concern over public safety and attacks on police.
The answer is not to defund the police. It's to give you the tools, the training, the funding, to be partners, to be protectors.
The administration's plan includes a crackdown on what's known as the iron pipeline. That is the flow of illegal guns transported up the East Coast. It also promises stricter action against untraceable homemade weapons known as ghost guns.
That massive winter storm that just missed us that Austin was talking about is spreading misery from the southwest to the northeast. At least 25 states are under winter weather alerts. Ice accumulations left thousands of customers in the dark in Texas. Utility crews were called to the scene when a driver lost control and slammed into a pole.
We are dealing with one of the most significant icing events that we've had in the state of Texas in at least several decades.
As the storm continues to move through, officials expect record demand for electricity. The brutal winter storm pummeled parts of Illinois and Indiana with up to 18 inches of snow. More than 4,000 flights were canceled today because of the weather. Well, winter is here, and so is this year's Frozen Assets.
When we come back, the event is sponsored by the Clean Lakes Alliance. We'll find out how you can take part this weekend when Live at 4 continues.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
Hi, I'm Dr. Sheesh Raval with the Ortho Team Clinic at Stoughton Health. We hope you can join us for our upcoming event on treatment of knee arthritis and custom knee replacements.
Fixed. No charge.
Ah, that's my son. He always takes care of his mama.
Ooh, what's up with Granny's casserole?
It's for after your Uncle Joe's funeral. My brother didn't have a life insurance policy.
I hear there's a collection to help Aunt Adele.
Yeah, a funeral costs north of $9,000 these days. That's a hefty bill for family to pay if there's no life insurance check to help.
Wow. Makes you think, doesn't it?
Which reminds me, I've been meaning to tell you, I got that $9.95 plan from Colonial Penn. I'm on a fixed income, so price is important.
The life insurance on TV.
Just $9.95 a month to help you pay my funeral expenses. What about your family, son? You've got a wife and kids, and a grandson living with you now, too.
Maybe I should get the $9.95 plan, too. Thing is, this has been a rough year for my business, Ma. Money's tight. Still, for $9.95 a month, I don't have a good excuse, do I?
I'm Jonathan for Colonial Penn Life Insurance Company. If you're age 50 to 85, just $9.95 a month buys whole life insurance with guaranteed acceptance. You cannot be turned down for any health reason. There are no health questions. Guaranteed lifetime coverage. Your insurance can never be canceled. Just pay your premiums. Guaranteed lifetime rate lock. Your rate can never increase. It's locked in as soon as you're covered and stays the same for the rest of your life. With guarantees like these, it's no surprise the $9.95 plan is Colonial Penn's #1 most popular whole life insurance.
Now don't forget, wear your good suit tonight. And please call about the $9.95 plan today while it's on your mind, okay?
Call now for free information.
Call 1-800-505-7613 for free information and your free beneficiary planner. No obligation. 1-800-505-7613. That's 1-800-505-7613. Call now.
What are you recommending for muscle pain?
Based on clinical data, I recommend Salonpas.
Agreed. My patients like these patches because they work up to 12 hours, even on moderate pain.
Salonpas, it's good medicine.
No matter what you do, who you are, or how much money you earn, when it comes to doing taxes, don't go it alone. Jackson Hewitt Tax Pros will make certain you don't miss out on a single deduction. Get the biggest refund you deserve at Jackson Hewitt.
I love being an orthopedic surgeon because I can help people improve their lives. My name is Ashish Raval. I'm an orthopedic surgeon. My specialty is sports medicine, focusing specifically on the care of the shoulder, hip, and knee.
Welcome back, everyone. Ask any mom, and they will tell you sometimes you just need to let it all out.
That's what a group of Massachusetts moms are doing. They gathered last week for a collective mom scream after 2 years of stress and exhaustion from the pandemic. Sharon Harmon, a therapist and mom of 2 girls, organized the event. She says she got the idea from her clients who needed a release of emotion. Tess Darcy was there just for the fun.
Even though I don't know these ladies, I just felt like we could all relate. Like, it was just such an awesome release. I don't even feel the cold.
Harmon says screaming can be very cathartic, and doing it as a group offers a feeling of community. I think we might need to do that around here, Susan.
Austin, try that on the weather patio. See, maybe that'll help.
Let's do it.
Well, from New York mayor to former President Trump's attorney to the masked singer, Rudy Giuliani revealed himself as a contestant at the end of a show taping of the popular TV show yesterday. 2 of the judges apparently weren't happy about it. According to a source, Robin Thicke and Ken Jeong walked off stage when Giuliani unmasked himself. Neither offered comment on the incident. The episode is expected to air on Fox next month.
Well, some bad news for chocolate lovers. Hershey's is raising its prices this year. According to the company's 2022 financial forecast, it's increasing prices to offset higher ingredients and labor costs. The chocolate company hopes the hike won't hurt sales. The candy maker previously raised prices and customers accepted it. Beloved treats like Reese's and Kit Kats are still going strong. Retail sales for the company's top brands grew more than 12% last year.
The Environmental Protection Agency wants the U.S. Postal Service to go green when it replaces its aging vehicle fleet. The current plan would replace 10% of the fleet with electric vehicles, but the other 90% would be replaced with gas-powered trucks. The EPA Associate Administrator criticized the plan in a letter as inconsistent with clean energy policies at the state, federal, and international levels. The Postal Service cited the high costs of electric vehicles as its reason for choosing gas-powered ones.
Well, tech stocks led a slump on Wall Street, with Facebook stock plummeting more than 25%. The Dow Industrials dropped 518 points, closing at 35,111. The Nasdaq lost 538 points, or almost 4%. The S&P 500 was off 111 points. Well, it's bitterly cold outside, which means it's time to celebrate our frozen assets.
That's right. Every year, the Frozen Assets Festival raises the profile of Madison's lakes as one of our community's greatest assets.
The festival returns this weekend to a frozen Lake Mendota. Adam Soderstein from the Clean Lakes Alliance joins us out in the cold.
Hi, Adam.
Cold enough for you?
You know, it's not the heat that'll get you, it's the humidity, Mark.
It's not the cold, it's the wind, right? So
yeah, it's windy.
You're back after a hiatus of last year because of the pandemic.
Yeah, you know, last year we really wanted to try this, but it just wasn't going to happen. And after taking a year off and kind of regathering, we're super excited to be back, and all the fun things that come with it. The large kites on Mendota, we'll have skydivers landing. There's our frozen 5K on the lake, free skating. So all the fun stuff is coming back.
Well, and the weather is going to be perfect for you. And in addition to all of the fun, this is a big fundraiser for the Clean Lakes Alliance, right?
Well, yeah, it's a fundraiser and just basically raising awareness. You know, we have a simple vision that says the lakes are the center of the community. And so the more people realize that they're the center of the community year-round, the more they're going to sort of take action to protect them year-round. And so we'll raise important funds during this event from great sponsors, and we'll put that right to work on lake improvement projects, educational programming, and our volunteer monitoring program that we run in the summer. So, you know, just a great way to draw attention to the lakes.
And what is the state of the lakes right now?
Well, they're frozen right
now. Besides that, how's the health of them when they're not frozen?
You know, the thing is I think that the state of the lakes is improving just because of knowledge. And so the more people are knowing what they can do on their own land and at their own homes and at their own businesses, the better things are. So what we're doing is we're seeing actually maybe a little bit of a reduction in phosphorus flowing into the lakes, which creates those cyanobacteria blooms in the summer that close the lakes. And so that's the good news. And the good news is that, you know, in the winter, there are these huge parks that we have. We're able to get out and cross-country ski or walk or run or do anything fun on them. So just a great thing here in Madison and Greater Madison for people to enjoy.
Speaking of running, you're doing the Frozen 5K run walk again this year. How does that work?
I got to tell you, you know, in past years, we've only had maybe 100 to 120 people. We have about 500 to 600 people signed up for this thing this year. I think people are pumped. It's the only 5K on a frozen lake in North America that doesn't touch land anywhere. It's entirely on the lake. And we do have day of registration, so if it's something you want to do, you can walk or run, and it runs right along the shoreline towards the university, out towards Picnic Point and back. It's just a really unique, neat thing. You get a nice Land's End shirt out of the deal. So, you know, if somebody's looking for something fun to do in 17-degree weather Saturday morning, I think that's your horse.
And the ice is in great shape, isn't it? It's clear.
Yeah, it's fantastic. You know, great course, and the ice has been really thick. You know, I measured a few weeks ago; it was over 10 inches already, and so I think we're in good shape. Nice weather, and the skydivers coming in, and the kites out on the lake. I think you're just going to have a lot of fun things to see, even if you just want to come down and just kind of watch.
And when is that happening? When are the kites and all that stuff?
So 10 to 3, the kites will be out here on Saturday, and the skydivers, same thing. The race is at 10, so get here a little early if you want to do it. And then Sunday, we're going to have the kites up again. So if you can't make it out Saturday because, you know, your kids have hockey or basketball or gymnastics, or you're just busy, come out on Sunday and see them too. And, you know, come down to the Edgewater. They'll have all their restaurants open for nice hot, warm beverages too. So if you want to go in and warm up, you can do that as well.
I was just going to say the Edgewater Hotel is sort of the headquarters for the festival, right?
Yeah, and they're such great sponsors and great supporters of Clean Lakes Alliance. The Edgewater and everybody here does such a great job at hosting and bringing other sponsors to the community here. They set a real good example for businesses in the community, and we're just happy to have them as a partner.
Yeah, we've been out with you on the ice in years past, and a little worried it was touch and go if the ice was going to be thick enough. But with this weather, that's not an issue.
I couldn't believe how fast it froze this year, Mark. We measured a week after it froze, and the rule is about 1 inch a day, and it was already at 10 inches. And the thing was, we didn't have snow on top to give it that insulation blanket. It froze, it got cold, and it's really, really good ice.
Yeah, you got the perfect weekend coming up for it.
Adam, great to see you. Have fun this weekend.
Good to see both of you. Hope to see you out here next year, maybe
next year we can all be together again. Thanks, Adam.
Yes.
Still to come at 4, we're celebrating Black History Month.
When we come back, we'll meet one of the few black women running a major hospital and how she's paving the way for others. That's coming up after Austin's First Warn forecast.
If you're hurt in an accident, do you know who to call?
Everybody knows that.
Call Gruber Law Offices.
They're available 24/7.
Hurt in an accident?
Everybody knows you call Gruber Law Offices.
Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Water is one of nature's most beautiful and life-sustaining resources. At no fault of their own, many Wisconsin utility customers are facing a shutoff to their water service. This leaves them without the one life-giving resource we all take for granted. And those hardest hit are on fixed incomes, juggling multiple temporary jobs, or those who lost full-time jobs in sectors hardest hit by the pandemic. If someone you care about needs a hand up, your local Wisconsin energy and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your water, heat, and power on. If you are in danger of losing your water service, call 833-H2O-WISC, 833-426-9472. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
You've heard that an apple a day keeps the doctor away, but you still need to see your dentist because getting good dental care is important to your overall health. You know dental bills can take a big bite out of your budget, especially if you're retired or on Medicare. Even a simple cleaning can cost $200. And other procedures like crowns and root canals can cost hundreds, even thousands more. But affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company can help. Give us a call or go online for this free information kit with all the details. This isn't just a discount plan. This is real dental insurance that can help pay for over 350 covered procedures like cleanings, fillings, crowns, even dentures. There are no deductibles, no annual maximum, and you can see any dentist you like. So don't wait. Call or go to sendinfokit.com to see how easy it is to save on dental bills.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
Test rest a Beauty Rest Black or Black Hybrid at Steinhafels, and you could win a 2-year lease to a 2022 Mercedes-Benz GLA 250. Beauty Rest Black is the ultimate in luxury and comfort. Queen mattresses start at just $23.99. Plus, get a free weighted blanket and $200 in Steinhafels cash. And with Steinhafels special financing and free delivery, buying a Beauty Rest Black has never been easier. Relax, it's Steinhafels and Steinhafels.com.
How much does it cost to talk to Gruber Law Offices after a serious accident? It's free. Yes, free, as in it won't cost you anything to speak with us. There's never a fee until we win your case. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Well, take a look at this. Honey, where'd you park the car? Oh, a massive landslide swallows a big chunk of this parking lot in Malaysia, taking at least 5 cars with it. Miraculously, nobody was hurt. There's a large drainage canal on the other side of this parking lot that clearly led to the failure of the retaining wall. Seconds later, a brave person jumps in their car in a section that hasn't broken off yet and moves it out of harm's way. 17 businesses in the area have been ordered to close while they investigate the incident.
Can you imagine coming back to find your car and it's gone?
I'm sure I parked it right here.
Yes, exactly. Well, try not to smile at this lovable guy.
Look at
this
him.
is Benny, an 8-year-old rescue lab with a special talent for ice skating. Yesterday, he took his custom skates out for a twirl in New York to raise money for the Animal Vision Foundation. Benny has performed at skating events all over the country, raising money for charity and helping kids with autism. He was rescued on his last day at a kill shelter in Utah. His owner says he loves to run out on the ice and chase after her.
Benny was saved on his last day at a kill shelter in Utah, and so we shared what rescue dogs can be and how important that is.
He'll just run on the ice whenever he wants and skate around after me and chase me around.
Oh, he's so cute. We got to get him at the Frozen Assets Festival. And now he does it whenever he wants for a very good cause. Benny has also won the American Kennel Club Exemplary Companion Award for his ability to put smiles on people's faces.
He's having a blast. His last day at the shelter. Wow.
Oh, that's
Quite a
great.
story.
I'm loving it.
Plenty of ice around here for him to go on.
That's exactly right. And you know, it's not melting anytime soon. These temperatures staying quite cold for today and for the next few days. But how high will those temps go this next week? And what about snow chances? I'll have all the answers coming up right after this break.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy a furnace. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase a furnace and an air conditioner at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Who am I?
Wow, is that really me?
Hi, I'm Annette, and I'm an actress. Under eye bags and wrinkles are so frustrating. They're so hard to hide and so hard to get rid of. I came across Plexiderm, and I was so excited. We have a model. His name is Richie, and all he's doing is taking a small amount. It's so powerful. That's all it takes. This Valentine's Day, in just 10 minutes, you will look incredible. This is something that you can do in the convenience of your own home. It's a cream. It's a topical. It literally creates an invisible layer that tightens the skin and smooths it out. All you do is gently rub it underneath your eyes, on your fine lines and wrinkles, and it visibly disappears in as little as 10 minutes.
My real true opinion is holy
words I can't say on camera. This is absolutely unbelievable. I mean, I could feel it just lifting my skin. It was amazing. It feels good. Feels great. Looks even better.
I can't even believe that this worked. I was a little skeptical, I am not going to lie, because I saw people online with it. I'm like, yeah, right, that can't possibly work. I'm telling you, it really works.
I thought I might see a little difference, but to see that big of a difference, and you know, I felt something happening, but I had no idea. Like, I have so many dark circles, I have the puffiness, I have the lines. Like, it's amazing. I love it.
I did this to my father at home because I was skeptical. Yes, I admit it. 4 minutes, 34 seconds. The appearance of his under eye bag was completely gone. We were screaming. You have an event, you have any of those moments where you want to feel the best about yourself. I am telling you, the videos that you see on social media and TV are real.
This Valentine's Day is the best time to get Plexiderm for only $14.95 and see it work for yourself after your first application. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy a furnace. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase a furnace and an air conditioner at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
And welcome back outside. It is cold, but at least we're seeing some sunshine. That makes it feel pretty decent outside. A few things of note that we are watching out for. It is going to be a pretty cold end to this work week here, but we're also looking to stay dry throughout most of this next week. There are a few differences, however, and even tomorrow, we are expecting to see a few snowflakes here and there, but then we're going to see some mild conditions returning on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Now, let's take another look at this massive system that is moving off to the east. Now, again, this did bring quite a bit of some snowfall to the Chicago area, but now it looks like it's moving out of even the Chicago area. And if you notice, this area just down here well to our south, but that shaded area is actually a tornado watch. So this system not only bringing snow, not only bringing ice, but it's also bringing powerful thunderstorms that do have the potential to actually produce some tornadoes. And then what's that leaving us with here? Well, nothing in terms of precipitation, but we are seeing those cold temperatures. Temperatures really have dropped, especially over the last 2 days. Yesterday and today, not very warm compared to where we actually started out the week with the 30s and 40s. But later on tonight, speaking of cold conditions, we're going to drop back down below zero. We're expecting to be around 4 degrees below zero by the earliest part of tomorrow morning. And then towards the afternoon, we will warm things back up into the teens, so it's not going to stay as cold as what we're going to see that early that morning. But we're also going to see a little more cloud cover and that potential to see a few flurries. Maybe even some lighter snow showers are possible, but accumulation is not really looking likely. Maybe a dusting here and there, but that's just about all we're looking at for tomorrow. So don't get excited. We're not going to see too much snowfall, but also we're not going to see enough to cause widespread concerns on those roadways. Just some of those flurries and a possibility of a lighter snow shower here and there. Now, later on here into the weekend, it does look like up north there is going to be some lighter snowfall moving through here again on Saturday, but that's not going to affect us here in southern Wisconsin. We are looking pretty good to go, and then we're actually going to see a dry pattern that sticks around for quite some time for this next week. That next system looks to move through all the way on this upcoming Thursday. So, yeah, pretty much a week from now is what we're tracking to be that next potential for a system, and that's just potential right now. We still have a long ways to get there before we can actually nail down some details. But the high temperature trend, a little bit easier to nail down the details here for this. We're going to see that slight warm up over the next few days. 28 degrees even on Sunday. A brief dip in those temperatures by Monday, but then we do see a pretty nice recovery. The middle portion of this next week and even carrying on to the end of the next week, actually looking quite nice right now with those middle and even lower 30s. So I am looking forward to that. This extended forecast does show that flurry chance, especially towards the afternoon hours for tomorrow. A possibility to see a lighter snow shower as well, but it does look like my favorite part of this forecast, it's going to be those increasing temperatures here towards the middle part of this next week.
That would be nice.
It would be.
A little break in the weather.
Yeah.
All right, Austin, thank you.
Thank you, Austin. Women of color account for a mere 5% of healthcare leadership positions in the U.S.
Healthcare inequalities along racial lines has been exposed during the pandemic, demonstrating why representation is so important.
Natalie Brand introduces us to one of the few black women running a hospital who is also paving the way for others to follow.
So I say the more work we can do in the community, the less work that we'll be bringing up here to you.
Deneen Richmond leads her hospital with community and compassion in mind, an approach shaped by obstacles she faced as young as grade school.
We basically felt unwanted here. Our buses would pull up and there would be parents of kids throwing things at the bus, yelling nasty things as we're getting off the bus.
She remembers experiencing racism for the first time, just trying to get to her new integrated school.
No kid should have to go through that, not because of anything that you've done, but just because of the color of your skin.
Nearly 50 years later, about a mile from that same school, Richmond is now the president of Luminous Health Doctors Community Medical Center in Maryland. She's one of the few women of color in a healthcare leadership role.
Why do you think that is? It's just, the same thing we're seeing in our communities. There's still bias, there's still racism. And so I think that impacts women of color and our ability to be recognized for the talents and strengths that we bring to the table. Good morning, everybody.
Now at the head of the table, Richmond is working to make her hospital more inclusive for patients and staff.
When you feel like someone looks like you, it makes a difference. I wanted the two of us to sit down for a little while.
She's also on a mission to pay it forward, returning to her old schools.
I would love an opportunity to just speak to the students.
To share her story about starting out as a registered nurse and working her way up.
We have to start as soon as elementary school. Girls need to know that STEM careers are sexy and fun.
Richmond hopes a new generation will continue to expand diversity in medicine and break down inequities in healthcare. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Prince George's County, Maryland.
One of my biggest concerns.
And Richmond is overseeing building a behavioral health center to serve residents with mental health and substance abuse needs.
She's also trying to expand obstetrics services because 8 in 10 mothers end up delivering outside of Prince George's County.
Well, coming up next year on Live Before, we remember the past year in the 608.
And then coming up next hour at 5, SSM Health presents new technology allowing parents of NICU babies to talk and see their children using angel eyes. We'll have that story coming up at 5.
Hi, I'm Dr. Sheesh Raval with the Ortho Team Clinic at Stoughton Health. We hope you can join us for our upcoming event on treatment of knee arthritis and custom knee replacements.
I was a Navy submariner for over 20 years. I spent a large portion of my life underwater. Service is about putting your country before yourself. But Senator Ron Johnson uses his office to serve himself. Ron Johnson passed a special tax break that benefited his family's business, then cashed out of the company for $5 million. Ron Johnson has doubled his wealth since he's been elected. That's not what service is about. Tell Ron Johnson to stop voting for tax laws that benefit himself.
Had enough? No. Arthritis. Here. Aspirin arthritis. Huh. Full prescription strength. Reduces inflammation. Thank the gods. Don't thank them too soon.
Kick pain in the Aspirin.
Living with metastatic breast cancer means being relentless because every day matters. And having more of them is possible with Verzenio, the only one of its kind proven to help you live significantly longer when taken with fulvestrant, regardless of menopause status.
Verzenio plus fulvestrant is for HR-positive, HER2-negative metastatic breast cancer that has progressed after hormone therapy. Diarrhea is common, may be severe, or cause dehydration or infection. At the first sign, call your doctor, start an antidiarrheal, and drink fluids. Before taking Verzenio, tell your doctor about any fever, chills, or other signs of infection. Verzenio may cause low white blood cell counts, which may cause serious infection that can lead to death.
Life-threatening lung inflammation can occur. Tell your doctor about any new or worsening trouble breathing, cough, or chest pain. Serious liver problems can happen. Symptoms include fatigue, appetite loss, stomach pain, and bleeding or bruising. Blood clots that can lead to death have occurred. Tell your doctor if you have pain or swelling in your arms or legs, shortness of breath, chest pain, and rapid breathing or heart rate, or if you are nursing, pregnant, or plan to be.
Every day matters, and I want more of them.
Ask your doctor about Everyday Verzenio.
The Build, Remodel, and Landscape Show is coming, and admission is free. Shop, compare, and save big. This Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, only at the Monona Terrace Convention Center.
Call for action, only on News 3 Now.
I love being an orthopedic surgeon because I can help people improve their lives. My name is Ashish Raval. I'm an orthopedic surgeon. My specialty is sports medicine, focusing specifically on the care of the shoulder, hip, and knee.
An investigation on Madison's east side leads to a shooting during an attempted arrest. Tonight at 5, what we know about the incident that brought out a large police presence.
Below zero temperatures are expected tonight and tomorrow night. This weekend, temperatures will be closer to normal and milder weather returns by Tuesday. At 5, I'll tell you how cold it'll get tonight.
Then on News 3 Now at 6, new information on the Omicron subvariant BA2. Wisconsin health officials address the impact they're seeing so far and what it could mean for you. Join us at 6.
Here's a live look at downtown Madison. It looks
Boy, is that picture deceiving.
I was going to say, it looks a lot warmer than it is. There's the steam in the corner that gives it away. Well, the celebration in the 608 continues today as we look back at 1 year of showcasing positive and inspiring stories in our community.
Josh Spreiter shows us some of the best food and drink across the 608 over the last year.
I'm going to eat because that's what I do best, right?
That's the Southwestern bacon. That's the sandwich that put us on the map.
I'm going to have you try the lemon lavender.
It tastes like sunshine.
So go right ahead. Actually,
All right.
I brought forks out for us, right?
I saw the fork. I hope this is what this is for.
Absolutely.
Okay, it's almost ready. Go ahead. Grab a curd. Wow. Fresh, squeaky.
My turn. The Culver's Curder Burger.
Look at the cheese.
Holy cow.
That's amazing.
Yeah, for a first attempt, that's pretty good.
If anybody's looking to make quiche at home, save yourself the heartache, make pastrada instead. It's like a mix of bread, vegetables, cheese, cream.
Our special coverage continues through tomorrow when we look at the most inspiring people from the last year in the 608. In the 608, Josh Spreiter, News 3 Now.
Tough assignment, Josh.
Yeah, it really was. And remember, you can always rewatch Josh's stories by going to channel3000.com and clicking on the In the 608 tab.
You'll find an interactive map there of everywhere Josh has been over the past year.
Well, up next, we're taking your pet calls for veterinarian Dr. Carrie Donahue.
Pick up the phone and call now. The number is 608-270-9933. There she is. Hi, Carrie.
Where's Poppy?
There's Poppy.
There's Poppy.
Right on cue. They're standing by to take your calls when Live at 4 continues.
Entresto is the #1 heart failure brand prescribed by cardiologists and has helped over 1 million people. It was proven superior at helping people stay alive and out of the hospital. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. Don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor about Entresto.
New year, new shape.
Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. I just put this dress on that I haven't worn in over 10 years.
New confidence.
I can see a huge difference. Look at this.
New you.
I can wear a little black dress. I feel sexy.
You deserve to do something for yourself this year. And with Sono Bello, you can remove stubborn body fat permanently in just one visit.
Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation with Sono Bello, America's #1 cosmetic surgery specialist, and find out how you can get $250 off with our New Year exclusive offer. Sono Bello uses Tri-Sculpt micro-laser liposuction to remove your diet-resistant fat cells permanently for incredible transformations in just one visit.
I have one big regret. I didn't go sooner.
Call 1-888-622-8360 or go to sonobello.com.
Consumer Cellular has the best customer service.
They care about the customer.
The best price with the best quality.
The prices, the coverage.
The coverage is great.
It was the same, if not better.
Consumer Cellular provides the exact same premium coverage as the nation's leading carriers for half the cost. Switch to Consumer Cellular and get talk, text, and data starting at just $20 a month.
It's like 4 scoops of ice cream for the price of 1.
Switch today and get a 100% risk-free guarantee. Call or go online.
Is price inflation costing you way more now for food, shelter, and basic expenses? Is paying credit cards and high debt now getting harder? I'm attorney Peter Francis Geraci. Call Geraci Law to see about Chapter 7 or 13 to eliminate or consolidate as low as $275 a month. On your phone, from your home, or old school in person. 0 down to start. Hit the debt-free button. Click or call now.
Whether you have a design emergency or you just want to shop the best furniture showroom in town, you need Dwellings, Madison's best kept secret for design and furniture. Shop our fabulous showroom, Hard Rock Road, Fitchburg.
And welcome back. Taking a look at traffic right now. Things are moving along quite smoothly here in the Madison area as well as the surrounding communities. The only thing that I would really change here with this map right now is possibly put some ice on the actual lakes there because everything moving along quite nicely. The only real slowdowns that we have are pretty much at our usual spots. No incidents have been reported as of recently. But then you take a peek down towards Janesville and we are seeing much of the same situation. Lots of green on this map and jumping up here to our north and northwest. Wisconsin Dells also looking quite nice. Really not seeing many or any traffic issues at the moment here. So hopefully we can keep that up for the rest of the day. If you're about to get on those roadways right now, it's a perfect time to do so.
All right, Austin, thank you. Well, this video should help warm you up. More than 5,000 orchids are on display at the Royal Botanical Gardens in London this weekend. It's the 26th annual Orchid Fest to be held in the gardens. 2021's event was canceled due to the coronavirus restrictions in the UK. It takes 3 to 4 weeks to assemble this display. A dozen horticulturists lead the hundreds of volunteers who also lend a hand. Get this, there are over 28,000 species of orchids in the world, and they grow on every landmass except Antarctica.
Oh, those are I love orchids.
I
They're
do too.
Beautiful.
What a show that is.
Well, it's time to get your pet questions answered live.
The number to call 608-270-9933. Dr. Carrie Donahue from Full Circle Holistic Vet Care joining us now, along with Poppy.
Hi, Carrie.
Hello, hi.
We should mention that February is Pet Dental Health Month.
Yes, it is. This is a big month for all of the animals that might need dental care, and I have to say a lot of them probably do. It's a good time to check in with your vet clinic and see if they're offering any specials on dental cleanings for animals right now, as a lot of places are. But it's a good time to even kind of think about dental health for your pet because it is so important for your pet's overall health.
Absolutely.
All right, let's get to the phones and we'll start with Kay in Fort Atkinson. Hi, Kay, what's your question?
Yes, I have a 5-month-old puppy that has a lot of anxiety riding in a crate in the car. Any suggestions how to help her?
Oh, goodness. Yeah, you know, and a lot of times with puppies, it just kind of takes repetition and just doing it over and over and getting them used to it. I think a good thing to do is just have a lot of treats on hand, having one of those Kongs that you can fill with peanut butter or something that they like to eat. That can a lot of times help take the anxiety levels down. That might be what I would do, but I think, you know, a lot of times it's something that gets better as they get older.
And if you go to fun destinations with the dog, they'll get used to that and say, oh, I want to go in the car, rather than just going to the vet or to take her or something. All right, Trudy in Portage. Hi, Trudy, what's your question?
Hi, I have a cat that's 13 years old, and in December she started yowling in the middle of the night. I've only had her for 3 years, and it's quite loud, disturbs my sleep. Do you have any suggestions on how to stop her? And I've had her checked out by the vet. She's okay.
Oh, okay. That's good to know because sometimes certain issues can pop up, like hyperthyroidism is a common thing that makes cats just kind of vocalize a lot more. Another thing that we see, especially in older cats, is cognitive dysfunction. And that's something, that wouldn't show up on a blood test, but sometimes they get a little bit confused, and that's why they start to vocalize. Something, you could try something like CBD oil. Melatonin can sometimes help. I would maybe talk to your vet about getting dosages for those things, but that might be what I would try, and that might be my thought of what's going on.
All right. Well, thank you for calling. Let's go to Jamie in Madison. Hi, Jamie. What's your question?
I had a question about I have a 13-week-old Chihuahua, and she's currently 28 ounces. And the lady I got her from gave her, she's a farmer, so she gave her like the half dosage of a 5-way shot. I believe she got it at Farm and Fleet. And so I'm wondering, is it normal? Is it okay to, normally I believe dogs get the same dosage a 50-pound dog gets as a 2-pound dog. Is that normal?
Right. That is normal. Yeah, vaccines are designed for any size pet. They get the same dosage. Sometimes with smaller animals, what we do is give a small dose of Benadryl ahead of time, which can help prevent any sort of reactions from happening. But yeah, they would get the normal dose.
Okay.
All right, Poppy is part Chihuahua, isn't she?
She is. She's part Chihuahua, part Dachshund.
That's a combination. All right, let's go to Helen in Elroy. Hi, Helen.
Hi.
Hi, which question?
I have about a 13-year-old Chihuahua mixed, and she chews her feet all the time.
Yeah, that can happen, and sometimes it's a sign of allergies. So anything that your pet might be walking around in that's getting on their paws, that can work its way to the skin and cause irritation, that might be part of the problem. Sometimes pets can chew on their paws just kind of like humans bite on their fingernails if they're just feeling stressed or anxious. But I would say maybe thinking about allergies, you can always just try wiping your pet's feet off anytime you come in from being outside to get anything off of their feet that might be sitting on there, and that might make a difference.
All right, that's a good thing to try. Let's go to Jane in Fitchburg. Hi, Jane, what's your question?
Hi, Susan. I have a 2-year-old miniature dachshund that is starting to sneak in our living room, and when we go in there, she is eating her feces. How do we get her to stop doing that, or why is she even doing that?
Oh, gosh, that is the million-dollar question. And, we just don't know why dogs do this sometimes. If they are feeling like they're missing something in their diet and they just have that instinct to eat that, sometimes that can happen. But I think probably the best thing to do is pick it up as soon as your pet goes. Try to stop the behavior by distracting them if it looks like, she's walking around and looking for something like that to eat. There are also things that you can give to your pet in their food, so when they eat it and it passes through, it makes their feces not taste good to them. One of the products that's out there, it's called Forbid. So that's another thing that you could try just to stop that behavior.
Forbid. That's a good thing to.
And they want to give you
easy way to remember
give you a big kiss afterwards.
Right.
Do we have time for another call? Christy in Madison. Hi, what's your question?
Hi. Well, see, I have 2 mini schnauzers. They're both 11 years old. About a year ago, though, one of them started urinating in my house. Even after we take him for a walk, he just automatically lifts a leg and pees on something. I don't know if he's stressed out, but he also walks around the house and he cries unless I'm sitting down. He gets to sit on my lap. But he does that a lot, is urinate in the house even after a walk, and will cry until I sit down and can have him on my lap to give my head rub.
Oh, goodness. And he is neutered?
Yeah, he's neutered. Both boys are neutered.
Well,
and both are housebroken.
There's 2 males, right?
2 males. But one of them will start to urinate in the house and whimpers all day until I sit down.
Yeah, it's hard to say if that is a behavioral issue and that's why that's happening, or if it's some sort of a medical issue. I always think start with the medical issues, ruling those out first.
Well, we did that, and they're both healthy. They're both healthy dogs.
Yeah, just checking a urine sample, blood sample, all of that to make sure everything is good. Then you kind of start to think, well, maybe this is more of a behavioral thing. And you could talk to your vet about potentially trying some behavioral medications just to help with any anxiety and just kind of lower any stress levels.
All right. We're out of time. Thank you all for calling. Susan, take it away. I just swallowed wrong.
That's okay. Carrie, thank you so much. Thanks for your calls, everybody.
Yes, absolutely.
All right,
We'll do this again next month. Great to see you.
Poppy.
Bye, Poppy. Stay warm.
We'll have a final check of your forecast coming up.
The best mattress deals of the year are at Ashley HomeStore's Mattress Marathon. Right now, get huge savings on top brands like Tempur-Pedic, Purple, and Serta. Plus, save $1,000 instantly on select mattresses. Only at Ashley HomeStore. This is home.
Patio doors, patio doors. Scott the window guy can do patio doors. Scott the window guy can do patio doors.
We do patio doors at scottthewindowguy.com.
There's a reason big dental bills often come as a shock, because sometimes you don't realize what's not covered until you get the bill. That's why affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual is important. It can give you benefits that go beyond what you get from more limited coverage plans. Because no one likes a big dental bill, especially if you're retired or on a fixed income. For a free information kit, call or go online now. This isn't some discount plan or preventive-only coverage. This is real dental insurance that helps cover over 350 procedures, like cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, root canals, even dentures, at any dentist you want. Dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company helps cover preventive care, basic work, and major procedures, with no deductibles and no annual maximum. For your free information kit with all the details, call now or visit sendinfokit.com.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
Ashley HomeStore's Friends and Family event is going on now. For a limited time, get up to 54% off doorbusters, plus take a bonus 15% off. And get interest-free financing for 18 months. Only at Ashley HomeStore. This is home.
A criminal investigation on Madison's east side leads to a shooting. Tonight at 5, what we know about this critical incident. Also, health officials provide information on the latest Omicron subvariant and the possible impact. That's on News 3 Now at 5.
She swam to fight cancer.
With the statistics, it's amazing that I'm still here.
Now 4 new swimmers join her fight. Susan Simon takes you inside a groundbreaking UW study.
It's going to be very promising.
Tonight on News 3 Now at 6.
And one final check of the forecast. A high of 19 degrees tomorrow, but we are going to see those afternoon flurries and a possibility of a lighter snow shower. Afterwards, looking to stay dry, but temperatures actually look pretty mild towards the middle part of next week. Stay tuned. We'll be right back after this.
Fixed. No charge.
Ah, that's my son. He always takes care of his mama.
Ooh, what's up with Granny's casserole?
It's for after your Uncle Joe's funeral. My brother didn't have a life insurance policy.
I hear there's a collection to help Aunt Adele.
Yeah, a funeral costs north of $9,000 these days. That's a hefty bill for family to pay if there's no life insurance check to help.
Wow. Makes you think, doesn't it?
Which reminds me, I've been meaning to tell you, I got that $9.95 plan from Colonial Penn. I'm on a fixed income, so price is important.
The life insurance on TV.
Just $9.95 a month to help you pay my funeral expenses. What about your family, son? You've got a wife and kids, and a grandson living with you now, too.
Maybe I should get the $9.95 plan, too. Thing is, this has been a rough year for my business, Ma. Money's tight. Still, for $9.95 a month, I don't have a good excuse, do I?
I'm Jonathan for Colonial Penn Life Insurance Company. If you're age 50 to 85, just $9.95 a month buys whole life insurance with guaranteed acceptance. You cannot be turned down for any health reason. There are no health questions. Guaranteed lifetime coverage. Your insurance can never be canceled. Just pay your premiums. Guaranteed lifetime rate lock. Your rate can never increase. It's locked in as soon as you're covered and stays the same for the rest of your life. With guarantees like these, it's no surprise the $9.95 plan is Colonial Penn's #1 most popular whole life insurance.
Now don't forget, wear your good suit tonight. And please call about the $9.95 plan today while it's on your mind, okay?
Call now for free information.
Call 1-800-505-7613 for free information and your free beneficiary planner. No obligation. 1-800-505-7613. That's 1-800-505-7613. Call now.
Dirt's gonna fly at the Alliant Energy Center. The Monsters of Destruction, February 4th and 5th at 7:30 and the 6th at 2 p.m. Top monster trucks including Laminator, War Wizard, and Crazy Train, along with the insane action of freestyle motocross. Every ticket includes a pit pass for the pit party with drivers and riders. Plus, go for a ride in a monster truck. Get tickets and details at monstersofdestruction.com. Get revved up. The Monsters of Destruction, February 4th, 5th, and 6th.
In today's Final Touch, a second grader hides his handwritten novel in a library.
And it becomes a runaway hit with readers. Libraries are a place for kids to open their minds to a world of imagination and discovery. This small library in Boise, Idaho was the scene of the discovery for a budding author whose homemade book became a runaway hit. Unbeknownst to employees and his parents, second grader Dylan Hebig snuck his handwritten novel, The Adventures of Dylan Hellig's Christmas, onto a library shelf and left it there. Later, after he fessed up to the covert bookshelf shenanigans, he returned to the library to find the book missing. Turns out employees had found this 88-page novel and liked it so much they made it an official selection in the graphic novel selection and thanked Dylan with an award for Best Young Novelist.
That is so great.
It's quite a tale. All right, News 3 Now at 5 starts right now.